I am proud of what we have achieved in this last 3 years. It has been extreme hard work, but I was blessed with an amazing group of volunteers in Ardcorlia. We are all bound to protect our game, to grow our game and to leave it better than when we found it. And I feel as Uactarán and as the members of Ardcorlia, we've worked as a very tight-knit team, and we have succeeded in doing that, and our game is there, it is ready, there's light at the end of the tunnel, we're in the blocks, we're ready to take off as soon as time allows us. The first 18 months was brilliant, travelling around the country, and I remember one club in particular, and basically they had won their first award ever in the club. Now it may have only been a B or C league for under 14 girls, but the absolute joy and pride and motivation that club had, and they were planning for the future and all of that. And I thought, you know, this is what our game does. And those wee girls, they were so proud of their medals. And that to me is one of the lasting memories of those children. The World Games in Waterford again, to see those players travelling from Australia, Dubai, all across the world, literally just to play, to participate, to enjoy, to learn skills, to meet friends. I think that's the core of our association, that's the core of the Camogie Association. To watch the joy of the expats in New York who hosted along with Liberty was just, it was a great experience. Another highlight, quite honestly, has been the survival of COVID. I must congratulate all of the volunteers who bought into the COVID rules and the COVID procedures, because without them we wouldn't have had the gift of the championship that was so successful. You have to look at Facebook in April, May, and the work that our volunteers were doing in the community. They were out, they were delivering food, they were checking on people. They became the heart of the community. They protected, they guided, they looked after our community. Hilda has served for many years on the Ardcorlia. She also has been chairperson of the fixtures. So Hilda's coming in very, very experienced. She will bring a great energy and a great vision. I look forward to seeing and watching the progress that Hilda will no doubt make in her role as Uactarán, and I wish her the very, very best, and I know the Camogie Association is in the hands of a very strong leader with Hilda. Well, I first of all have to mention my husband, because as we were driving around the country pre-COVID, he drove, I rested and prepared, and as somebody said to me, a relationship made in heaven. I have missed so many family occasions, I have to say, because my diary, my existence was for the Camogie Association, so if an event came in, that had to take precedence, because that is the role of the Uactarán. But I have to say, I have missed the grandchildren. I've missed that relationship of Granny and wee ones. I've often described Camogie as a disease. There's no cure for it. Once you start, you're there for a lifetime. I will take a rest, and I've been honest about that. I'll take a rest for the rest of this year, but I've no doubt I will be straight back into my club. I'll be straight back into the county board. It is part of me. It has been part of me for too many years. You can't just forget about it and walk away from it. My grandchildren, many of them are still involved. I have one granddaughter, the oldest one, who's been playing camogie for Armagh from she was 14 years of age, so keeping an eye on her. I have grandsons who are Gaelic players, so you don't go away, you don't leave the Gaelic sports, you just become a different part of it, but you're still there. You know, there's no cure. I couldn't live without it.